Breaking news! Taylor Swift was at the Oscar parties.
I was never this happy in my life.
Welcome to the TMZ Swiftie podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Miller, and today joining us,
Charlie Cotton from the TMZ podcast.
Oh, we got big stories for you today. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were at the Oscar parties last night.
That's shocking to me.
At least one. Why is it shocking?
Because I know she's just got a break in her tour, but usually we kind of know everywhere they go and they leave a bit of evidence behind about where they went. I didn't know she was going to be there until kind of now.
Oh, it just came out. The news just happened that she was there.
Usually we know these sort of things, so it's interesting that she went under the radar and got to the parties.
And it was like only there was a no phone policy, so there's no photos yet, no nothing. It's just that somebody reported on it.
Maybe it's a Taylor Swift lookalike from Hollywood Boulevard.
And a Travis Kelce lookalike.
Well,
can't be that good.
No, true.
So I will tell you where they were. I was out last night working the Oscars for TMZ, and I was staked out at the Chateau Marmont, hoping to catch a glimpse of them coming up in an SUV because it was Beyonce and Jay-Z's, technically Jay-Z's gold party.
But they don't. Beyonce and Taylor got beef.
No, they're best friends.
Beyonce and Taylor.
They're very good friends.
Oh, they're very good friends. Okay.
They're very good friends. So I was expecting them to be there last night, which is why I spent most of my night there. Never showed up. Never saw them.
Okay.
They were at the Madonna party.
Huh.
A house party.
Oh, a house party. They're hard to get. And Madonna would take their phones off them when they entered the premises.
Well, I don't know if it was Madonna standing at the door putting their phones into one of those.
But still, it's weird to
phone pockets.
Hey, Taylor, give us the cell phone if you want to. Or everybody.
You really think that they...
Honesty policy,
probably.
So
it was a no camera policy?
Probably just like, please don't.
Please don't?
Otherwise, you won't be invited back. Yeah.
But what are the chances somebody did?
I would have thought someone would get a sneaky pic of Taylor. Like, she's an A-grade star, but I bet that there's some, like, middling sort of like you were a background dancer for Madonna one time and we'll invite you along.
You think?
Well, clearly not. Clearly not. No one got the photo.
I mean, we just found out that Taylor was at the party, so maybe we...
What sources sort of said?
So, Oscars night, notoriously a private event. British Vogue got an exclusive invite. Hollywood's finest, including Lily Gladstone, Salma Hayek, Jodie Turner-Smith, Taylor Swift, and Travis Kelce were all in attendance. But just like last year, there was a strict no cameras policy.
Oh, so Vogue, that's a media outlet. They got an invite, and so they're saying, I swear, I saw it with my own eyes. Mm-hmm. We can print this.
Yeah, but I think it's a little bit off the policy to speak about who's at the party. Like, if you can't take photos, can you really be like, oh yeah, I saw Taylor Swift wasted at the that's also
true
over the line.
Because celebrities want to go to these huge events and they want to let off a little steam
and not be seen
and not be like there's compromising photos of vomiting in the bushes outside Madonna's house.
But I would have thought the first ever like big Hollywood event that Travis and Taylor attended together, they like being seen.
I know, which is why it's peculiar that they snuck in.
It was very hard, though. I was at the Chateau, and I wouldn't be surprised if they showed up to Jay-Z's party as well, because there was vans, the Sprinter vans. Mm-hmm. We couldn't get photos of people coming in the Sprinter vans. Paps would shoot through the front windshields of the limo SUVs, and they could kind of see who's in the back. And that was really the only way to obtain who was going into the party.
Yeah, Hollywood and Beverly Hills was locked down last night. More so than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They really make it hard for fans or autograph hunters or paps to get close to these celebrities.
And it's such a shame. I feel like it should be like a fan event, but it's really just the hobnobs of Hollywood, and they want to protect them at all costs.
Yeah, for personal interest, I prefer it when we can get a bit of access to them and we need an interview. Even getting photos of them from over there, it doesn't suit our aims. So I wish they had a bit more, we're the moviegoers. Let us, say hello, congratulations, that sort of stuff. But why was Taylor even there? She's not an Oscar sort of person.
Yeah, but everyone goes to Oscar parties.
Just for fun.
Chrissy Teigen's not an Oscar person.
True.
She was there. Kylie
Harley was there.
Or no, Kendall apparently, Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly.
They were all at Madonna's party.
They were at the chateau. I can't confirm if it was Emily Ratajkowski or Kendall Jenner. They look very similar. I was shocked because the Paps were showing me photos last night, and I was like, I'm not sure they look.
Oh,
like the same
really?
person.
That similar?
Mhm.
Wow.
Breaking news.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, those two.
Yeah. Okay, on to Taylor. So we got to keep it to Taylor over here, Charlie.
Keeping it just to Taylor?
Just kidding. It was a joke.
I
don't know. Okay. You know this story. Antonio Brown
Oh, Antonio Brown, yes.
posted an AI photo of Taylor and himself saying, "Move over, Giselle," spelt with a J. What these Swifties talking about? Hashtag CTESPN. Break this down.
CTE. Okay, I'll break it down.
Okay.
He spelled it Giselle because that's kind of like a bit mean.
Is that like a
Like that's what
sexual?
That's what men do when they climax.
Oh, he meant it as a sexual reference?
Yeah, he's a career troll. Everything he does is trying to troll.
That's really
Now he's going after.
inappropriate.
Yeah, I mean everything he does is inappropriate. And then he said CTESPN
So it's a play on CTE and SPN?
and ESPN. Yes, correct.
Oh, yeah, ESPN.
And also, like, the career troll needs to go after whoever's like the dominant force right now, and that's Taylor.
It just feels very left field.
It is, but I mean, he just would have seen it online, or one of his friends would have mocked it up, and he would have said, "Let's do it." Like, I don't think there's not much like thought and intention behind it. He just likes to stir people up.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny. Giselle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
DJ.
But like that was I think the one he did of him and Giselle was like a photorealistic AI, whereas this one of him and Taylor was kind of like a bit cartoonish, wasn't it?
It was cartoonish.
So it's not like anyone was kind of falling for it. But I think
Right.
with the Giselle one, his intention was like people going, "Oh, she's not with Tom Brady anymore. She's with Antonio Brown."
But it's just so far left field. It just feels like he just woke up one day and was like, "I'm going to post a photo of me and Taylor."
That's 100% how I think it went.
But I just get a little bit more creative, Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he will. Maybe your wishes will be answered.
I hope.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he just wants to stir the pot, and the biggest fan base, the most passionate fan base is you Swifties. So I think that he gets a lot of attention when he comes for Taylor.
I know. Truth be told, the Swifties really paid no mind to this.
Really?
Yes. We're a Taylor Swift news podcast also, so I'm reporting it on the news.
Right. So why aren't you interested in this that much? You didn't care to.
It's just like a
Like, what are you doing, man?
good one, Antonio.
Yeah.
You really got us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Killer.
Or maybe he'll improve his skills, improve the tools, and come back and you'll be like, is that her holding hands with Antonio Brown?
No. Are Travis, do you know anything about this? Are Travis Kelce and Antonio Brown friends? Have they played together?
I don't think they've played together because Travis Kelce's always been a Chief. Antonio Brown,
Has never been a Chief.
Travis Kelce.
No, has Antonio Brown ever been?
Oh, no. Antonio Brown, who did he play for? He got cut from the Steelers. He went to.
He was in a Steelers jersey in this thing.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And then he went and played with Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. And then before he got fired from there, he ran off the field with his shirt off.
I just, like, maybe he could have left an Easter egg or wore 13 or, like, just did something to play into the Swiftie culture. And it was just pure laziness from Antonio Brown and
was
his
low
trolling efforts.
It was low effort, yeah.
If you're going to do it, do it.
The best part of it was the Giselle thing, probably.
Yeah.
He needed to come up with a name for Taylor like that. Rayla? I don't know.
Not bad.
Not great.
All right. On to the next breaking news segment. 3 people were arrested in Singapore for sneaking in to the Taylor Swift Eras concert in Singapore.
Oh, I hate this.
Why?
Because I'm a known sneaker into things.
I snuck into the Las Vegas Taylor Swift concert.
Well, there you go.
I would have been arrested.
Straight to jail.
Man, so basically, the reports online are saying a man named, I'm not going to pronounce his name correctly, so I'm not going to try, but Yang, reportedly distracted security by chatting them up while a friend held a turnstile to let the 3 people into the Singapore sports hub. Singapore has strict rules about cheating. This can lead to a 3-year prison sentence, a fine, or both. One of the so-called fans benefited from the cheating scandal was ID'd as Yang. He's a Chinese influencer
Oh, well, there you go.
who,
Well, influencers, they're doing it for clicks, but that's fine.
I guess, or because they're a fan of Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
who supposedly knew he received counterfeit tickets. He said, "This is me after being told I bought fake tickets and was brought out of the concert to be interrogated by police. I pleaded with the police to let me stay outside the venue so that I could hear Taylor's voice. I spent 12 Singapore dollars on the won and
yuan.
on the ticket and didn't know it was fake even after I entered the concert. I realized it was after officers brought us out. I am also a victim. I am stuck in Singapore and insisting in the I'm horrible at reading.
Assisting in an investigation. It's a difficult situation. So he's not from Singapore. He's
From
Chinese.
China, yeah.
So he came over, snuck into the concert. I don't know if I'm buying his story that he didn't know they were fake.
Here's why. So he wanted to hear just Taylor's voice because Taylor isn't going to China. So apparently she made a deal to ensure that the Eras Tour exclusively came to the city and state of Singapore and not any other destination in the Association of the Southeast Asian Nations, which is made up of 10 countries. So she's only going to Singapore in all of the Asian countries. So basically China is screwed and her fans in China are screwed. So they just wanted to go to the concert. They did everything they could to go to the concert. And he, at the end of the day, said, "That's fine. Take me out of the concert, but please just let me stay and be able to hear her voice outside of the venue," which I did that at SoFi. I stayed outside the concert venue, so I totally understand.
Right. Well, I mean, firstly, Singapore is amazing that they gave Taylor Swift like up to $5 million grants for each show she would perform exclusively in Singapore. So she's 6 shows, they're all in Singapore, so it's good for the economy, it's good for like the brand of the country around. We're talking about Singapore now. We never talk about Singapore at TMZ. So this guy obviously was pissed off about that, flew over there. He says he didn't know the tickets were fake. But I don't know how you get in and then you're like, where are my seats? Like, oh, you sit on that person's lap. Like, they're fake tickets, right?
Well, but it could be standing room only.
So he bought, it cost $1,700 his tickets, American.
Oh.
So you would have thought that's a decent seat. And I just think this guy's, as I would too. He's making up all these excuses. I didn't know this, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but from somebody that's usually a victim of bad circumstances, I feel for this guy. I'm usually in the wrong place at the right time.
You call yourself a victim of bad circumstances, but I think maybe you've got something to do with it too. You know what I mean? And I think this guy does too.
No, I don't love the drama. The drama loves me.
Yeah, but I think that's just like not accepting accountability.
No. That is a Taylor Swift lyric.
Oh, okay.
I don't love the drama.
The drama loves me.
What is it called? I'll be your actress, starring in your bad. It's a line in Look What You Made Me Do.
Ah, there you go. Well, it's sad that this guy will probably go.
Finish your thought on what I said.
What did you say again?
That I don't love the drama. The drama loves me.
Oh, I just think
Taylor is always involved, and she's a lightning bolt for drama. She never tries to start stuff, especially with Kanye West.
I think when you get caught doing something, or news is bad for you somehow, and public is turning against you about something, it's easy to sort of like be the victim and like, no, I was just only, had one drink. You know what I mean? I think it's a good play. You got to defend yourself somehow. And this guy's saying, well, this is what I did. They held the turnstile for him. Is that what it said? They held the turnstile for him and he still thought it was a real ticket? Like, this guy.
I think
are they 2 different people?
Yeah.
Oh, so they were 2 different people? I don't know. Good luck to this person. Really, do you think Taylor should speak up? Do you think Taylor should go and... These guys might go to prison for 3 years because they really wanted to see her. Has she an obligation to, like, her Swifties to...
I think she should help get them out of jail.
Right.
But then would that encourage other people to then go and sneak into the concert, assuming Taylor would help them out of jail? This is a tricky situation.
Well, these are just the ones that got caught. You know, I dare say lots of people snuck in, and
You think that other people snuck into Singapore and didn't get caught?
I think people sneak in everywhere, always.
Oh, this is a very tricky situation for me because I would probably. Oh, I don't know. If I could only attend one Taylor Swift concert at the Eras Tour, and it was either go to the concert, risk 3 years of jail time, or don't see the Eras Tour at all, I'm sneaking in.
If it was you and Taylor one-on-one, 15-minute conversation, she'd sing songs for you if you wanted to, how much jail time would you be prepared to serve after that meeting?
5 years?
5 years in jail? A year for every 3 minutes? Yeah. Fair enough. It's a lot to think about though in jail.
It's a lot.
That's a dedicated Swiftie right here.
Okay.
Bad.
Okay. Thank you for that. Well, I guess we'll just move on from that one. We have a great rest of the episode for you. We're gonna get into some Travis talk. Is he declining fans' photos? We have a spotted. Where will Taylor Swift be until May? And one of my favorite fun facts of all time, pretty topical, Taylor Swift, more Oscars talk. Okay. So, our Travis update.
Okay.
We have a Travis update segment.
Update me.
Good. He was in Singapore.
Interesting. He flew over there?
He flew over there. He attended not one, but two.
Did he sneak into those two? Hopefully not.
He was invited.
Okay, good.
He was invited.
Know someone who knows someone?
He was on his way in to the VIP
area.
What's it? What are you? Special seats above?
The area?
Dumb and Dumber on here. But he was on his way in a hallway and fans caught him and they're like, hi, Travis. And they wanted to exchange bracelets with him. And it seemed as though he had some bracelets on because they were like, can we exchange bracelets? And he goes, no, I don't have any left to trade. So I wonder if at all times, because when he was at Jason's retirement ceremony press conference, he had some on. So I wonder if there's certain ones that he just keeps on at all time. And they're like, can I have one? And he was like, I don't have any to trade. And they're like, can we give you one? And he accepted them, but wouldn't trade any.
Well, he did trade. Well, he gave him one.
Gave him one,
but then there was like two friends. And it'd suck to be the friend who went second because she didn't get one from, and the rest of her life she's just cursing her friend's name like, I was going to be first, but then you. And you know what I mean?
They had like maybe we'll switch off. Sometimes
I'll
get the bracelet. Sometimes you'll get the bracelet.
It's never
happening. The friend is not going to happen.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's a dangerous place to take like wristbands that you never want to trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's not the place to take some friendship bracelets if you don't plan to give them out because that's
Leave
the
those
thing
at home.
I'm told.
Leave those at home.
Right. How many, if you were going to go to the Taylor Swift concert for the first time, how many bracelets do you need?
Oh, you need a lot. You need a lot because a lot of times, often Swifties won't just give you bracelets. Sometimes they will, but most of the time you're only going to get one if you give one.
There's a transaction.
And it's very difficult because some of them you don't want to give up because you spend a lot of time making them. You come up with funny ideas. And I definitely took some that I was like, these, like the bad ones I was willing to trade. The good ones I made, I was like, no, I want to keep these for myself.
Right.
Because then you might exchange them for ones that you don't really want. And you have to look on their arm and you can only
Oh, so I didn't realize that it was such like this friendship bracelet was actually a lot more valuable than that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because some Swifties really put in some time and effort. Mine are pretty...
Some of you just can buy online on Amazon for not much money.
And mine I made very poorly because I'm not good at making
Yours
them.
were not good.
Yeah, I was a bad trade.
So who was the best trade you had?
Oh. I didn't have any good trades.
No one gave you anything good?
Sometimes they would trade them and it was ones that I didn't want, but I just took them anyway and gave up ones I wanted. And then some people just handed them out. Like they had like a big old bag and they were nice. They looked expensive.
I think maybe friendship bracelets are so trending these days that I think maybe some really hardcore Swifties get almost like professional jewelry made in the form of a friendship bracelet, and they're like, I'm not trading this.
But then that's where you want to wear the bracelets.
Right.
That's where this is a very
So it was a bad form of Travis to only have like one tradable friendship bracelet?
Bad form on Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have been. Listen, this is what he was. What do they do when you're welcomed in?
Welcome?
Like at the frat party?
Haze.
Not his haze. His initiation. His initiation was friendship bracelets. So he's a man that knows that people are going to want to trade with him, and he needs to do better.
He really did. What did the friendship bracelet he did trade? It just said his name on it?
He wanted to give Taylor Swift a friendship bracelet with his phone number on it.
No, the one that he gave the Singaporean fan.
We don't know.
Oh, I thought we saw a video of her showing her wrist and it said just Travis on there or something.
Well, you did a better job watching the videos than I did.
Well, there you go. You sent them to me, so.
Sorry. The other part of the video was that he wouldn't take a photo with the fan. He wanted to stay low key.
Low key, but in his seats where he's like singing and dancing.
It doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't he want to get a photo with her?
I think you're just over at a certain point. How many Swifties can you take a photo with before you say enough's enough?
There's a never-ending amount of us. So.
I know, but this is the life.
Baby.
This is the life he signed up for.
This is the life he chose, and he said over and over and over again that I know what comes with it. Well, you get your ass out there and start taking some pictures, Travis.
Taylor would have stopped, huh? Does she stop for fans like that?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But not very much anymore.
Too big. You can't. There's.
Excuse me.
How many? There's a billion Taylor Swift fans in the world. You can't be spending your whole life with these people who just want to brag to their friends. You know what I mean?
It's not a brag. It's not a brag when you're in the Taylor Swift community.
Mhm.
It's something that you'll look at every night before you go to bed and like make a wish on.
Sad. You know, it's just it's a religion. No, I mean, good luck to you. It's a religion. It's the same as any religion where you go and give, thanks and worship, and you have your idols sitting there, and you think that, this is real, and you know what I mean? And it's an identity. And so, I mean, I got a different identity.
What's your identity?
Kind of just being me and getting on with my life, and
You have zero identity.
I just don't like to sort of like hang my hat on something that's not I don't control and doesn't really affect, But I love you guys, and
Moving on.
okay,
I'm gonna cut you off there.
please.
We have. I think you'll like this a lot. Did you see this on the website?
Which one are we talking about here?
I actually sent this into the website. Travis, I feel bad. Sorry, Travis. He was on his phone
Uh-huh.
during Red, which
Right.
is a very upbeat, I knew you were trouble. He was sitting there on his phone. And I don't know if you paid attention to Taylor at the football games. That bitch was never on her phone.
True.
She was into the game. She was watching the plays. She was up to date, biting her nails. And this man is on his phone?
Yeah. I mean, it must be hard to sort of like sit through so many concert of the same concert and without looking at your phone for like maybe this is the only time in the
What is so important, Travis, that you need to be on your phone?
maybe another lady's texting you and you're trying to like
You know that's not true, Charlie. Let's come up with real answers.
checking his Instagram follower count, probably having got with Taylor. We're going down a path here where he didn't know what he signed up for with taking the photos of the fans. Now he's texting at the show. Do you think that he wasn't ready or prepared for this life? Do you think that maybe these two might not end happily ever after?
No, I don't think that, but I just think he's a guy. Men we know just aren't as caring or giving as women.
That's facts.
And I think, listen, the Swifties and the Post were defending him. They're like, listen, this is the only time he's looked at his phone. He is allowed to look at his phone. And I'm not going to let him off that easy. I'm
Yeah.
going to hold his feet to the fire. I'm going to say, sir, you can be off your phone for 3 hours. Put it away. Don't bring it to the concert. Or film Taylor.
Right.
Maybe pretend like you're filming Taylor and check your Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, he should know better than to check his phone. But yeah, it was a very minor offense, but it's just crazy how big of a story comes from just some guy checking his phone on. He sat through hours and hours and hours of the same concert. So
It's different every time. Sometimes she makes a mistake. One time,
sometimes he makes a mistake and checks his phone. So you know what I mean? They could both be allowed to.
there's many things that happen during the tour that are different. Like her stage didn't work.
Yeah, but this is her boyfriend now. Like, he doesn't see her as the megastar you see her as. She's just like, and as it should be. They're kind of equals. They're in a relationship, so he doesn't really care about the mistakes the same way as a rabid fan does.
He should. We also need to get to the fact that when the concert was starting,
hmm
he looked very like, and it was giving, a lot of Swifties thought it was like jet lag.
Yeah, and Taylor had that famous line that jet lag's
You remember the line?
a choice,
Jet lag is a choice.
which I mean isn't true either. Like,
It is true. Chug a Red Bull, step yourself up.
well, I mean, you told me you were very tired before starting the show.
I am very tired. And do I look tired now?
You don't look it. Well,
Do I feel it? Could you tell that I've been up working since 1:30 in the morning for Oscars?
I mean, no, your general demeanor is pretty sort of like, it's hard to tell like what headspace you're in. So maybe
Why?
you're just different. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I mean,
You gotta fake it sometimes, Travis.
yes,
You gotta leave your stuff at the door.
Ugh. Yes,
Get in the game, baby.
yes.
All right, we're moving on.
Good.
All right, so on to tour talk and theories. We got a lot to get to. This Singapore leg has ended, and she will not be back on tour until May in Paris.
Is that right?
Yes.
I thought she had one stop in
No.
Austria. You know better than I do.
She has no stop.
Okay, you know
Unless
better than
I'm wrong, but that's what everything online is saying.
Okay, gotcha.
She is not back on tour until May. What are we going to do?
Listen to the new album.
Listen to the new album! Good news, obviously. But it's kind of exciting because it's not going to be at, like you said, the same old thing every night. Now we're going to get an Easter eggs. What's she going to do here? What's she going to do here to promote the album? Will she be at Coachella? Is she going to pop up at Stagecoach with Beyonce? Who knows?
Who knows?
Are we going to get, or is it going to be a lull because she's just going to be buried in Kansas City with Travis Kelce because they're both off? He's not working.
That's why
It's not working.
this is the most interesting phase of their relationship, that they're both not solidly at work. I'm sure they've both got different commitments. As you say, she got this album coming out, but it'll be very interesting to see how their relationship unfolds over the coming weeks.
This is the true test.
This is a true test for sure. And also when she's just coming out with an album about her past relationship as well, and it's more than just like a Jake Gyllenhaal or who else was she with? John Mayer. It's more than that. This was like the guy that she was going to marry and have her kids, and they were with each other for 6 years. So it's a different sort of ex. And it'll be interesting to see how she talks about Joe Alwyn in the album because,
It's gonna be bad.
it's because, Ariana Grande is getting major heat right now and for dissing her ex-husband.
Apparently, he allegedly cheated on her, though. So
Well, that's because Ariana Grande is saying that, So these women, her and Taylor.
these women.
Well, I'm not saying it in a mean sense. I'm just saying these two pop stars are telling their one-sided story, and it's going to be interesting to see how much flack Joe Alwyn catches, because I haven't.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to stop you right now. A lot.
But what did he do? I'm sure you're going to find out what he did.
There's rumors that he cheated on her.
I don't buy that.
And if that comes out,
What do you mean it comes out with Taylor says something?
yes, if he did cheat, she will drop a lyric in there referencing that he cheated. And if that
Even
happens,
if he didn't, she would drop it anyway.
if that happens, sir, you better sleep with both eyes open.
It's hard to do.
Well,
Hard to do.
you're never going to sleep again, baby. Your life is over.
Yeah, but we've never heard the ex's side of the story. That's why I think it's unfair.
Well, then he has. He said that he basically a source went to Daily Mail and said that like he doesn't want her to talk about him. Sorry, you knew what you were getting into when you got into the relationship.
You knew I was trouble when you met me or walked in or whatever?
He knew she was trouble when she walked in.
Yes. And yeah, I mean, he's probably going to get his ass handed to him. And he's a private guy too. He's a very private guy.
I really hope though that I hope that we get a lot of stuff with this new album coming out. But I also hope that we see This is Taylor and Travis's real chance to like go on vacation, travel the world, post about each other. Like this is their vacation time. They're truly both on vacation.
Yes.
You think we'll see them on vacation in like Cabo, Hawaii,
Well, yeah.
Turks and Caicos?
Probably because we haven't seen those sort of like, you know, smothering you in the ocean and just all about
And
you.
she loves to do that.
She does?
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't see it with the last guy.
we did.
We did see her all over Joe or Maddie Healy, was it?
In the ocean with Joe. We did see her a
Okay.
lot in the ocean with Joe. She loves hanging out on the beach with her boyfriends.
I wonder if either of them will get annoyed at the other one because that's what happens.
Not
you know,
a chance.
It's impossible not to get annoyed with someone you don't know and you're not used to the way they work. That's how every relationship works.
Let me ask you this.
Go on.
And we're gonna move on from this in a second. Sorry, I'm sorry. Do you think Taylor has a very strict no drinking rule when she's on tour,
Where she doesn't drink.
where she doesn't drink because she can't do the 3.5 hour
Okay.
tour hungover? Do you think she was spotted with a martini glass on the last night of tour when she went out after the last night of tour? Do you think that she's drinking when Travis Kelce's in town? She breaks her rule for Travis Kelce.
Well, Travis
they
Kelce's a
just-
party animal. Yeah.
Are they just sober, hanging out, sleeping together?
Like when she was in Australia and stuff.
Mm.
Well, I think basically that's one of the reasons why he took his mate down there. You know what I mean? Like he took that Ross Travis
Mhm.
to Australia, and he also took Ross Travis to Singapore too, so he could have a drinking buddy because they're different people. Taylor and God love her, she's not like that. She doesn't like to drink. Even when she does drink, she doesn't
I don't
get
know why-
messy.
I'm sorry. I don't know why we had you on this podcast. She does drink all the time. She was drunk at the Super Bowl. There's multiple videos of her drunk. She talks about drinking. She talks about being drunk.
But yeah, it's one of these people who talks about like, oh, I smoke so much weed and you had one puff. It's like, no, you don't smoke very much weed. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
you're turning the camera back at yourself because you pretend like you're a big stoner when you don't even smoke weed.
well, I do smoke on occasion, to be honest.
But
Well, I used to be a big smoker, but then thank you, I've got health troubles now because of it, so that's why I had to cut back. But yeah, through no fault of my own. But yeah, I think that yes, she probably feels pressure to have a beer or whatever with her new man because she knows that's he. Now that is a drinker right there. You know what I mean? That is a drinker. You can tell when someone's a pretend drinker and like nursing their sort of martini or whatever it is slowly.
she's not a pretend drinker.
Okay, I've just never seen messy drunk footage of her.
All right, that's because you aren't paying attention.
Okay.
Fun fact of the day.
Here we go.
This is a really good fun fact. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
When was the last time Taylor Swift was at the Oscars?
10 years ago.
Never.
Oh, trick question.
Oh, trick question. She's never been at the Oscars. She's never been nominated. She was famously snubbed for her Carolina song for where the crawdads sing or whatever.
She made a song for a movie that didn't get nominated.
Yeah, and it was a
Ooh,
really good
burn.
original song. She's
Burn.
never, ever, ever been to, presented at, or just attended the Oscars.
Well, makes sense. She's not in movies or has nothing to do with
She's
movies.
been in tons of movies, and she's made a ton of
What
songs.
movies?
She made songs for The Hunger Games. She was in The Giver. She was in Valentine's Day. She was in that New Amsterdam or something like that.
Okay. Well, I'm not familiar with those, but I'm sure she will be soon. Don't worry. She'll be at the Oscars next year or the year after. She's someone who I think will want that EGOT.
This is the crisis of a century.
What?
That she's never been nominated for an Oscar. Billie Eilish has been nominated.
But she writes amazing music for movies.
So does Taylor Swift.
The Crawdads one you couldn't think of? No.
Carolina.
If she wants to win an Oscar or be at the Oscars, which I'm sure she does, she's got to figure out what's going to be a hit movie or a thought-provoking movie of 2025. I'm sure her agent can figure that out through his
She'll
agent
figure it
friend.
out. She doesn't need her agent.
It helps. And, she'll think of something sad and whimsical and, Billie Eilish killed it, man. Like, I don't know if it's your favorite song out of the Oscars. I'm Just Ken's probably a better song, but just the emotion and the sentiment, and it fit Barbie perfectly. Like it was a, might not be an exciting song, but it was like a clear Oscar. I'm going to fish for this Oscar. And she caught one, baby. Taylor's turn next, maybe.
Thank you for joining us on today's podcast. The one time and only time we will ever see Charlie Cotton. Just kidding. I'm joking.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I could be out there shooting gold. Instead, I'm in here talking shit.
Yeah, right.
Shout out to the big Swifties in my life. My wife, Erin, and my daughter, Peach.
You know who
Massive
made these
Swifties.
cups for us?
Erin.
Oh, she
Erin,
didn't make them, but she found them.
She found them. She thought of you. They're big friends over Swifty. So.
Shout out to Peach and Aaron. If you would like to leave us a comment, put it in the drop comments. Leave it on YouTube. Leave it on Apple. Tell us what you thought of Charlie Cotton.
Let us know.
Is he a good guest? Should we have him back?
I won't be offended either. Go for it.
Should we never have him back again?
I won't be offended at that either, actually.
Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, watch us on YouTube, and tell us what you think. Thank you, Charlie Cotton.
Thank you, Melanie Miller.
Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.